At just 14 years old, Elina's world had shattered. After her father's death, the home she knew became a prison, ruled by her cruel stepmother, Clara. Every day was a battle against neglect and emotional torment. Clara's words were like poison, chipping away at Elina's spirit until one cold night, she couldn't take it anymore. With nothing but a small bag and a flicker of hope, Elina ran away, disappearing into the city's vast, indifferent streets. She knew she had to survive, but she had no idea how. Her search for a lifeline led her to a small, unassuming diner called May's Cozy Corner. The warmth inside was a stark contrast to the cold she'd left behind. The owner, May, and her husband, Mr. Henderson, saw something in the desperate-looking teenager. They didn't just give her a job washing dishes. They gave her a room, a safe haven, and the kindness she craved. They became the parents she had lost. May taught her how to cook with love, while Mr. Henderson, a retired businessman, taught her about numbers, management, and the value of a strong work ethic. For the first time, Elina felt seen. She worked tirelessly, balancing her shifts at the diner with her schoolwork, determined to build a future. May and Mr. Henderson weren't just her employers. They were her mentors, her family, and her biggest cheerleaders. They showed her what it meant to be supported and believed in. Just as Elina began to feel truly secure, tragedy struck again. May and Mr. Henderson, her beloved mentors, passed away within a short time of each other. The grief was immense, but it was coupled with a staggering surprise. Having no children of their own, they had left her everything they owned: the diner, their savings, and their legacy. This wasn't just an inheritance. It was a profound act of trust. Elina knew she had to honor them. She poured her heart and soul into their gift. After graduating with top marks, she used the inheritance and a small business loan to begin a massive transformation. May's Cozy Corner, the little diner that saved her, slowly evolved. She worked day and night, overseeing every detail, from the menu to the decor. The result was the Henderson House Bistro, an elegant, upscale establishment that quickly became the talk of the town. By her early 20s, Elina was no longer a runaway but a celebrated CEO, a testament to her own resilience and the love of the people who had believed in her. Years flew by, and the Henderson House Bistro flourished beyond even Elina's wildest dreams. One afternoon, while reviewing applications for a senior management position, a familiar name caught her eye: Clara. Her stepmother, the woman who had caused her so much pain, was now applying for a job in the empire Elina had built. A strange calm washed over Elina. This was a confrontation she never expected, but one she was now more than ready for. She instructed her assistant to schedule the interview. The day arrived, and Clara walked into the opulent office, completely unaware of who the powerful owner of this renowned bistro was. She looked older. Life had clearly not been as kind to her as she had been cruel to others. As Elina turned in her chair, Clara's confident smile faltered, then vanished. Recognition, shock, and fear flickered across her face. The power dynamic had been completely and utterly reversed. Elina remained composed, her voice steady and professional. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't bring up the past directly. Instead, she began the interview. She asked a few standard questions before leaning forward and fixing her gaze on Clara. This role, Elina began, requires a leader who can nurture talent and support their team, especially the younger, more vulnerable members. Tell me about a time you identified potential in a subordinate and helped them grow, even when they were facing personal difficulties. The question hung in the air, a perfectly aimed arrow. It was a test Clara couldn't possibly pass. The color drained from Clara's face as the weight of her past actions crashed down on her. She stammered, unable to form a coherent answer, because there was no answer. She had never nurtured. She had only broken. The silence in the room was her confession. After a few excruciating moments, Alina calmly closed her portfolio. "Thank you for your time, Clara," she said, her voice devoid of malice, filled only with finality. "But I'm afraid you lack the integrity and character required for this position. We seek leaders who build people up, not tear them down." With that, she stood, signaling the interview was over. As Clara was escorted out, defeated and humiliated, Alina felt no triumphant glee. Instead, she felt a quiet, profound sense of peace. The ultimate revenge wasn't in shouting or seeking retribution. It was in the life she had built. It was in becoming everything Clara tried to crush. By closing the door on her stepmother, she was closing the door on her painful past. Her success wasn't just a victory, it was her justice. She had not only survived, she had thrived, proving that the greatest power lies not in destroying your enemies, but in rising so far above them they can no longer reach you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.